The Virtual Boys have been playing Nintendo since they were little. These 60 plus combined years of experience have made them experts in the field. Or at least they sure think so. Join them this week as they talk about something from the wonderful world of Nintendo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Boys Podcast, a Nintendo podcast about Nintendo things. This is episode number 128. I'm your host, David. I feel just like a purple Pikmin, accompanied with James.
We will miss Reggie.
And Jordan.
Master Chief finishes the fight.
And Skylar.
Uh-huh.
So this episode, we are going to be talking about E3. We have to do our pre-E3 episode because we're only a couple weeks away. So we're just going to talk about some of our expectations and some of our wants from Nintendo and maybe a couple of other things along the way. So to get us started, I'm just going to throw out there that I am expecting Metroid Prime Trilogy. This has been in the rumor mill for far too long, and it is about darn time that Nintendo gave it to us.
My only concern with Metroid Prime Trilogy is that it's been in the rumor mill for so long.
Yeah.
You would have thought we've seen it by now. I feel like Nintendo is intentionally holding it off for some reason at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially with the starting over of Prime 4. They might want to be closer to the release date. So, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like they should just give it to us now because it'll give us something to have in the meantime, you know?
Well, there's also the concern that what if Prime 4 doesn't come out for the Switch? It comes out for the Switch 2. Would you want the trilogy on the Switch or the Switch 2 at that point?
Both.
Wow, I didn't
I already bought the game twice. Might as well buy another, right? I mean, shoot.
Buy it 4 times, you know, just get it all. I mean, maybe the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's safe to hold off on it, wait till close to release. But I mean, I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4 is not for like 2022 or something like that, you know? So maybe 2021, maybe somewhere.
I can't wait that long.
I know that is an awful long time to wait, and maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but I don't know. That's just something that I'm thinking would be a good way to space it out. But then again,
true.
It is a long time.
True.
Retro does take a long time with their games now.
Yeah, they do.
A really long time, apparently.
It's been a while since we've seen what they've been working on.
But honestly, I'm so excited I'm excited in the fact that whatever they showed to Nintendo was just like, crap, that's a lot better than what we were doing. Shoot, do that.
Well, darn, why didn't we hire you guys in the first place?
At least that's what I feel.
I wonder if the demo for Prime 4 was actually just Prime Trilogy for Switch.
Yeah, that's one of the rumors that I've heard. So,
oh my gosh,
maybe.
Well, and like Retro's been using the same engine for the Prime games with the Donkey Kong games, and it's just the same engine they keep bringing over. Yeah. So
if it ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the engine for Prime already works in HD.
Yeah, which is awesome. But anyway, I just really want to see Trilogy make it onto the Switch. It's been so long since I've played a 3D game on a current gen Nintendo console, you know? So
sure.
Looking forward to that. So, but let's keep moving along with our expectations. James, do you have one for us?
Yeah, new Smash DLC reveal. Oh. I know this is really lame, but as far as like expectations go, I mean, if their plan to release their season pass, I think it goes to like February or March of 2020 or something around there.
Yep.
So they have to pump these out fairly quickly now. So I expect at least one, but maybe 2 reveals at E3 this year.
So like a trailer and then like a still image or something like they did with Joker?
I think, you know what? No, I think 2 reveal trailers. They probably won't be as like cinematic as, you know, before Smash came out. Maybe more along the lines of how Joker did his, but I guess Persona 5 is a little different case.
I think Joker's was the way it was just because they didn't have anything for Joker done at the time.
Yeah. That's fair.
I expect these trailers to be about on par with the Incineroar.
Okay. I mean, that'd be neat. I definitely want them to do those. So I think we could expect 2, or at least 1, but I'm thinking 2.
So the big debate a lot of people are having is, will the Smash character be the end reveal or not? Because this is E3 and this is just DLC now. It's not like, I don't know.
Like the one last announcement thing that they do.
I almost think they're going to pull, what they did with Simon and King K. Rool, one at the beginning, one at the end in that Smash Direct.
Yeah. See, I think one of them is going to be at the Smash Bros. Tournament.
Oh, so I went to that last year expecting Sakurai to come out and was like, oh my gosh, guys, here's a new character. But no, he was just like, thanks for coming. I love you.
Right.
And just left. So that my expectations have gone way down for this one.
Right. But that was also like that Smash tournament was after E3 though. Whereas this one's
during
before.
E3.
Whereas this one's before.
Yeah. Okay.
And by E3, I mean their Nintendo Direct.
Okay. I get you.
So it was after their Direct last year, whereas this time it's before their Direct.
Okay.
And didn't they show Ryu at the last one, the one before last year?
I mean, the reason why I expected them to show one was they did show a character off in one of the previous tournaments at E3. Yeah. So I don't remember who it was. It may have been Mega Man, but I went there expecting that, but that didn't happen. So you bring a good point. They could easily do that again.
Yeah, they're going to do Erdrick for the tournament, and then they're going to have Banjo in the Nintendo crossover.
Well,
with Microsoft.
Yeah, that maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did Banjo for the tournament since it's in America, and then their Direct is a Japanese something or other.
I think it's the other way around, largely because Banjo has more like significance in terms of like broader scope of what's going on. He's from a competing brand.
Mm.
And so it kind of signifies more of a partnership between, or not so much a partnership, but there's more meaning behind
camaraderie.
And even though the Direct is live streamed, E3 is geared a bit more towards the Western audience as a whole.
True. Okay. I see what you guys are saying. That's fair.
But man, I really hope it's not Erdrick.
Me too. If I had my choice of a Dragon Quest character, I'd pick Slime, but
yes,
I didn't.
Me too.
So
Slime. I think that'd be so much fun.
It would be so much more fun.
I think it's interesting because it seems like the Nintendo fan community has really talked themselves into believing Erdrick with no evidence to support it.
Right.
There's nothing. And if you go anywhere online and say, I don't know if Erdrick's going to be in, I don't even think it's possible. He's likely. He's one of the most likely possible picks. That doesn't mean he's in. And then people will attack you for it.
Burn you at the stake.
Yeah.
They basically just accepted the fact that Erdrick is coming, even though there's nothing to support it. Oh, but the Brave code. The Brave code means nothing. It's a code name.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, people thought there was going to be a girl variant of Joker. I mean, that had to do with the royal rumors as well, which I told people it's a new whatever. Anyway,
it's a new character, guys.
Literally, anyway.
Just relax. Come on. Pay attention. Anyway, we should probably keep moving on. We got a bunch more expectations to talk about. So Jordan, why don't you take us back to retro? So I should have done this one second.
Yeah. I think this is the last shot for Retro Z, our latest game. If it's not at E3, it's not coming. It died. It died behind the shed, and then they went and started Prime 4.
They shot it in the shed back in the backyard, and so that we would know.
It's do or die now. It better be at E3. Hopefully it's good. I think I'm expecting it to be new IP. I don't think they would take 5 years to do Donkey Kong Country Returns 3.
Oh,
Surely not.
And I don't think they would revive another IP in the same vein as Metroid and Donkey Kong if they were immediately just going to switch back to Metroid.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think they're taking a risk with this one, building something new, and then they're going to see how it does before ever doing a sequel, and that's why they're moving back to Prime.
Yeah.
After.
And honestly, with that pick that Reggie shared, whether intentionally or unintentionally, I mean, it's definitely Mario was in the way. There's that character that Retro had in their art. I mean, that kind of points to something.
Yeah, that points to something. It could also point to nothing.
True.
There's some speculation that it's just a picture of Reggie as the Reginator, especially since all of his gifts had something to do with some meme around him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why would he be off to the side, though?
I don't know.
I think they put him in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the artist is like, everyone puts the main person in the middle. I'm going to put him to the right. Anyway.
Genius.
Genius.
I like the idea that it's going to be a new collectathon, a science fiction collectathon for the game.
Oh,
I mean, the
science
robot
fiction.
arm.
Okay. That's
And so, like, the theory of that comes from, so the lettering for, I don't remember what the words were, but in that same image, it's in the exact same font and coloring as Banjo-Kazooie.
interesting.
So it might be Retro just being cheeky.
Maybe. I mean, I better see Retro's new IP now. Or
The other big rumor I heard is that it's a horror game and it's a sequel to Nintendo Land. So
Yep, that's
Great.
it. That's it for sure. I totally see it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
and that hand is actually monetized or whatever the character's
Oh my
name is.
gosh. Well, it kind of looks like a Clank hand, but you know.
I mean, it does
Ratchet and
remind me
Clank.
of Nintendo Land. It really does.
So hopefully we'll see Retro's new IP. I would love to. Skylar, what do you got for us?
I think we're just gonna get a Luigi's Mansion 3 release date. Yep, I think it's gonna come out this
Short
year.
and simple. There we go.
Yep, that's it.
What are you thinking?
Yep. Well, that I expect it. So if it doesn't
I
happen,
expect it to come
be
out a bit
disappointed.
sooner than people are saying online, just because it's been rated by the E ESRB.
it's just like, and it's out now. Just pull a Sega. That's
That's bad. You have to give enough warning to the physical retailers that it's going to be coming.
I know it's a joke, but hey,
Poof, it's out. It's out. You'll be able to download it as soon as this presentation is over. Okay.
I agree. I think it's going to come out this year, and yeah, it's definitely sooner than people think. Some people pushing it past October, which I'm surprised at.
Oh yeah, that was me before we did the pre-podcast chat. So
I think things are kind of up in the air with it. Here's my conspiracy. They had more stuff planned for the first half of this year with Fire Emblem and Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Okay.
And then Metroid Prime 4 got delayed. So they held back on Metroid Prime Trilogy. And then Fire Emblem got delayed and got pushed into July, which was supposed to be Luigi's Mansion slot. And so now they're trying to figure out what to do with this finished Luigi's Mansion game.
it's a conspiracy.
I say September.
Yep.
September works. Yeah.
yeah, I like it. I'd like it sooner, but hey, that's
I mean,
cool, too.
yeah, I mean, to me too. But then again, I'm gonna have a lot of games to play. So
I mean, what
I
other?
think you could release July and be fine.
I mean,
Like,
Fi-
how much
Fire
crossover
Emblem?
is there between the Luigi's Mansion audience and the Fire Emblem
I mean, that's
audience?
true. I mean, I'm like the well,
I'll buy
James
both.
is the only one.
no, I'm the only one. I'm not the only.
I'm buying both.
yeah,
so-
Skylar's gonna be there.
Yeah, but you're buying both, so it's not like you're choosing one or the other.
That's still a crossover.
Yeah, but how much crossover is there where someone's going to only be able to choose one or the other?
Ooh.
Yeah, probably not.
Like,
hard to
how much
imagine.
do they actually compete against each other?
See, no offense, but I think Luigi's Mansion people would probably go for that over Fire Emblem still.
Yeah,
so.
no, I think so. I mean, it sells. Like the previous ones have sold more than Fire Emblem could dream of. I think there's that.
I think this Fire Emblem's going to have a bit of a rocky start.
That is like one of my worries.
It's the box art killed this game sales. What can I say? You just look at it and you're just like,
I
no.
don't think it's just the box art. There's a lot going on with that Fire Emblem game where I think it's catering a bit too much to a specific audience within the Fire Emblem community.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried the gameplay is going to get it's going to really slow down just because of how much of a Persona element they have in it. Like you have all of the dates.
When I saw the school stuff, I'm like, dude, the reason why I'm like falling out of Fire Emblem is because it takes an hour and a half between maps to actually like advance the game.
Yeah, I mean that's why
a 5-hour game in between pretending like I'm at school in between my Fire Emblem matches.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I like the Fire Emblem Echo so much.
Yes,
because you just like bang, 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 bang. You just like shoot through that game.
And there was some extra stuff in between, but it didn't bog things down.
Right. Yeah. It was just like tiny little story moments, and then you're like back to killing things. So it was like, I don't know. I felt really, it felt streamlined. It felt good.
Yeah, I hear your worries. I'm so hyped for this game.
I'm still going to get Fire Emblem, but hopefully I'll wait till there's a sale.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's enjoyable.
I already pre-ordered the special edition, and like I'm excited to play it, but I don't know, it's not the top of my priority list, I guess.
That's fair.
But I still want it. I still want to play it. I think it looks interesting, but I don't know. It's not speaking to me as much as some of the other Fire Emblem games, but whatever. It's Fire Emblem. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. So
yeah. I don't personally, I know there are a lot of people who like the other two houses, but I mean, the only one I really care for right now is like the red one, the red house. I forget the name.
Black Eagles.
Yeah, Black Eagles. Gryffindor. That's like
the red one. What are they called? The Black Eagles. Why not the Red Eagles?
I don't know. What? I thought that was a good idea.
It's a black eagle on a red banner. We got two colors to work
Eagles.
with.
Let's call them the Blood Eagles.
That would be sick. That would be great.
I wish.
Or Crimson Eagles.
There's a character.
There's so many better names than Black Eagles if your color is red.
I hope there's a character who's like has a petition. He's like, please sign this petition to change our name to Blood Eagles. It's way cooler.
Yeah, and he's just a Henry clone. He's just a Henry clone.
But I will say the Fire Emblem fan base is so hard to please because, and it may be Intelligent Systems' own fault, but they had to do what they had to do with Awakening. I mean, they brought in a new type of fan, and for the most part, but that's another discussion for another time.
I don't think it's so much that the Fire Emblem fan base is hard to please. It's just that I don't know, man. They've created two.
I'm talking to the fan base quite a bit on my YouTube channels, and you get some people who are like, "This looks freaking amazing," and this looks like utter garbage, and it's hard to please people.
Well, we should continue on with our E3 predictions. I have one. I am just expecting anything Animal Crossing. The official name of the game, a trailer of some sort, a release date, anything.
I mean, they got it, right?
Yeah. I just want to know more about Animal Crossing. I assume it's coming out this year, and it's probably going to be the big December release. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I think it's going to be the big December release along with Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for this E3 because we've been going into this E3 with everyone saying Animal Crossing is going to be the big title card game and all this stuff. And I'm like, guys, be careful what you wish for. Animal Crossing's fun. It's a great game. It's horrible to watch. No one wants to watch people play Animal Crossing.
No, that's a good point.
It has always done horrible at E3s. Like,
I mean,
they'll do a quick trailer, they'll do a quick presentation at Treehouse, and that'll be it. Like, they're not.
I think it'd be really neat if they had like a whole booth set up where they had like a village.
Well, sure, a booth.
And like,
but
Animal Crossing
for
characters.
us viewers at home, not at E3, it's not going to take up that. It's a game that you have to play.
It's not Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
It's not Odyssey or Smash. I mean, you're right.
Let's be real. The Animal Crossing like gameplay formula hasn't really changed since the first
I'm
game,
really hoping
and
they
I don't
change
see
some
it
things.
ever changing. So
No.
Jordan's like, I hope they change it. David's like,
Can I put more things in my pocket?
Which I
can I have a toolbox item and just put all my tools in the toolbox, and so I can free up space for more stuff in my pocket? That would be nice.
We live in a world now that Minecraft and Stardew Valley exist. You have to change the Animal Crossing formula now.
That's a good point.
it's a good point.
We haven't had an Animal Crossing since before the Minecraft craze. Like,
I mean, New Leaf had a re-release in a sense, with like amiibo support or whatever. But
Yeah. Welcome, Amiibo.
I'm hoping for a crafting system.
A crafting system.
Yeah. As well as the ability to sleep in a bed to move on to the next day, please.
That's never going to happen, Jordan.
Ooh,
I know.
but that would steal Animal Crossing's identity.
And I would like to be able to live in the same town as friends. I would like to be able to set up a town on a server where up to 4 friends can all have access to that one server town.
Well, George, you can't even play with your friends on Mario Maker 2. What makes you think they would do this?
We don't talk about that right now. Don't talk about that.
Animal Crossing is a game that can work on Nintendo Online. You did not.
No, it would work. So would Mario. So would freaking Mario Maker. I'm so upset at that news. I'm like, this is so stupid. This is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But whatever.
I think they have to change something about Animal Crossing though. They cannot just port New Leaf with a new like shine to it and then hope that it's going to hit the same gangbuster sales that New Leaf hit. It'll still sell well either way, regardless. Which is
but like a Pokemon, and there's changes from gen to gen, but same time it's still more or less the same.
But there's not a lot of games like Pokemon out there.
True.
Animal Crossing has had its turf a bit invaded in the last few years.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know a lot of people who'd rather play Stardew Valley than Animal Crossing any day.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. I guess the one thing I'll say about this is, I know this may sound blasphemy, but I think it's going to come out in 2020. The fact that we haven't heard anything whatsoever, and I know I was like, oh, we've had that for games before, but we've had gameplay for those games. we haven't had
gameplay for Smash.
Well, we had like
tease.
a trailer and
we had the Inkling tease. That was it.
But isn't that more than what we've had with Animal Crossing? All we had was Tom sitting at a desk.
I think we had just as much. We have just as much info about Animal Crossing now as we did with Smash back then.
And both of those games have very defined formulas. Like the fan bases will be very excited for both of them. You know, they can literally just throw that out really quick and just be like, poof, here you go. And people will be like, oh, sick. And then they can still release it that year.
That's a good point. I just, for some reason, something is telling me 2020, but I'm ready to eat crow. Like, it's on my plate. I'm ready. But just saying.
Haunch crow.
This isn't Pokemon.
Oh.
Is there a town person who's a crow? I'll eat him or her.
Oh my god!
I just want to say though, Animal Crossing's history with E3 has not been great. They tried making Animal Crossing the big game with 2008, and Nintendo got blasted for it for like an entire year. It was bad. And then when New Leaf was coming out, it got no presentation at E3.
Yeah,
so
there you
go. Still hoping Link's Awakening, we were talking about it, is also not $60. So it will be, but I don't want it to be. You can't justify paying for a remake like that. It's the same price as Smash Ultimate
game.
I know.
They had tournaments back in the day where people would race. Nintendo funded tournaments of speedrunning Link's Awakening because it was short enough that they could do that.
All right, well, moving along, James, what else do you have for expectations?
So I expect this is the year we finally see Monolith Soft new IP that they've been teasing since technically 2017. However, there's one caveat to that. If that new project is some sort of Zelda hybrid, then I don't think we'll see it, because that obviously that job listing happened at fairly recently, so it'd be odd to see it already at E3. But if that is an entirely different project, or if they are just looking for, if the two projects are separate, then I think we see Monolith Soft's new IP. So that's what I'm saying, and it's not Xenoblade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'll be another Jerpago.
It's action adventure.
It'll be a spiritual successor to Disaster Day of Crisis, their former game series, where you can punch tornadoes in the face and shoot them with shotguns.
Beautiful.
Is that where people get the idea to shoot tornadoes on Facebook?
Yeah, exactly. It's Disaster Day of Crisis. It was sparked all this weird. You're just like punching bears in the face while you're taking shotgun shots at tornadoes. It's pretty great. So,
all right. Monolith Soft helped make Star Fox Zero, so it's going to be a spiritual successor to that one.
Yeah.
Wait,
Star Fox
Sub-Zero. Zero?
Yeah, it was. They're in the credits along with Platinum.
Really?
Oh man,
Look that one up.
Star Fox
anyway.
Sub-Zero.
Fox Sub-Zero.
Hey, I mean, they do help out with a lot of games. So.
It's actually a Mortal Kombat crossover.
They're the ones making Star Fox Grand Prix.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. There we go. Solve the puzzle.
All the pieces they've aligned.
They've aligned together. Are we gonna see Star Fox Grand Prix? Is anybody thinking that?
No.
I still think it's possible that Retro's game is Star Fox Grand Prix.
Okay.
I think it's more likely it's going to be a new IP now at this point. But I still give like Grand Prix a 30% chance of showing up.
Got it.
Okay, let me rephrase that. 30% chance that Retro's game is Grand Prix. 50% chance that Retro's game shows up at all at E3.
Oh, okay.
It's like someone sneak into Reggie's house and take a full-on look at that picture. Then we'll know for sure.
So we've gotten like no leaks at all leading up to this E3. My theory is that Reggie was the leak the whole time.
Wow.
He
left Nintendo. Nintendo leaks stopped. I don't think he retired. I think he was fired.
he was asked to leave.
You're behind all this, Reggie. You'll never catch me alive. Well, you're fired. Dang it.
It'll be a huge scandal.
And then his last final moments were leaking one more thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Reggie. We'll miss him. All right. Well, Jordan, what else do you have on your expectations?
All right. I think this is one that a lot of people are sleeping on. Metroid 5, because Metroid Other M is not Metroid 5.
Nope. Right. That's Metroid 0.
Metroid 3.5. Anyway, so Metroid 5 or Metroid Dread, I think it would be called Metroid Dread at this point. Sakamoto keeps getting asked about Dread over and over again to the point where I think he'd want to end that one.
Got it.
But so it was, we got a tease at the end of Samus Returns that a new 2D Metroid is likely coming. And we haven't heard anything from that studio since. And it's been 2 years. So it's very possible that they've been working on a 2D Metroid since then. And it could be slated for a 2020 release. And they could have that be one of their like surprises, since there's going to be so many games this E3 that we already know about that we're probably not going to get actually that many surprises. And then they're just like, oh, and there's this Metroid game coming out next year too.
By the way, what?
Oh man, that last image you get in a Metroid Samus Returns was so, it was crazy. It'd be great to get that.
Spooky, man. I love it.
But
it's possible that they hold off Metroid Dread though for like a finisher of a direct later on.
That's
like
fair.
the September direct, or
I can see
say
that.
the January direct. But I do think it's coming. I think it is coming 2020.
2020.
it'd be sweet. They just stealth drop it in the like tree house thing like they did with the last one.
That kind of make me upset.
They're like, by the way, Samus Returns revealed in Treehouse Direct. What the?
It's just such a nonchalant, like, oh, we don't actually care about Metroid.
They did the same
3DS. Oh my gosh, it's so last year.
It's just like
Last
poof,
gen.
poof, here it is. All right, see you guys.
The other thing I've been hearing is that maybe they're porting Samus Returns to the Switch and up-resing it.
Oh,
That's the first I've heard of it. Interesting.
oh man, you could map like all that. It would be a lot easier to touch a lot of those buttons
Yeah.
with the Switch.
I think we're going to see something Metroid this year. Whether it's going to be Metroid Prime Trilogy, or Samus Returns up-resed. But something Metroid will be at this E3.
That'd be sick.
Oh, I'd love it so much. Please, please, please.
Maybe they'll even give us a status update of Metroid Prime 4. Or since it takes so long between now and development images of Prime games, maybe they'll give us the Metroid Prime 5 starting development soon. Not now in development. Soon. It'll start development later.
No, they'll just give us another like Metroid Prime 4 now, currently in development. Just
currently in development.
We're still going.
Yeah, I'm still working on this.
Still alive.
That'd be great. That'd be great. So that's Metroid Dread. Skylar, what else do you have on your expectation list?
Rare Replay coming to Switch. That would be great. There's like so much talk about Banjo right now. A lot of people are trying to, and they're saying they're deconfirming him, all this stuff, including Kirkhope. But I think it'd be really cool if we did get some sort of Rare representation on the Switch. And Rare Replay would be perfect for that. I know there's probably like a couple Xbox exclusives on there, maybe 2 or 3, like Cameo and was it what's the series? The one that started on N64, Perfect Dark Zero.
A Perfect Dark.
Yeah. Perfect Dark Zero, and there's like a couple other ones that they've made specifically for Microsoft. But Microsoft's technically already on Switch right now. We got Minecraft and a few other things. So
we got Cuphead and Hellblade.
Yeah, Cuphead, Hellblade.
There's a lot of rumors that Ori is coming.
Yeah.
And we don't know, but there's a lot of rumors that we're going to see xCloud on Switch too.
Oh man, so yeah, there's
Switch as well, I should say.
Well, I mean, there's tons of rumors in the works already, and we already have all this other stuff. It would be really cool to get Rare on a Nintendo console again.
I think Rare Replay makes too much sense to be on Nintendo because they keep trying to sell the old nostalgia Rare games on Xbox, and the market quite isn't there. Their audience is on Nintendo, and I think Microsoft knows this. So I could see them. It's just free. It's free money basically for Microsoft.
Yep.
And I mostly want it because I want to play the. They kind of touched up on the Banjo game so that you have a more control over your camera.
I played through them on my Xbox One. They're really nice to play, and they made a lot of good quality of life several quality of life improvements that I enjoy with it as well. So now when you die, you don't have to recollect all of your music notes and like a few other things. Yeah, it's super nice. It's super nice, especially on that stupid boat stage where if you fall into the bottom of the pit or whatever.
Why am I ever playing this on N64 anymore?
Well, that's why I don't own it on N64 anymore. I have the Rare Replay.
Why don't tell me this? What?
I could have sworn I told you about this before, but yeah, they've touched the graphics look way better. I played Conquer, kind of still feels clunky, but Conquer's always kind of felt clunky to me. But I
still have nightmares of Rusty Bucket Bay.
Yeah, Rusty Bucket Bay is pretty terrible. But yeah, they've touched up a lot of stuff. It looks better, plays better, and they, like I said, quality of life improvements. So plus you get
expectation.
Yeah,
not necessarily. Okay, all right.
I mean, I expected Microsoft and Nintendo are the only people at E3. I mean, what else? What else would they do?
Necessarily means. So that's the only thing they could do because they're both at E3. They must have it. I don't.
Well, there's a rumor that Rare is revealing their new IP at Microsoft's conference.
I mean, it makes sense since they have the 14 titles they're trying to reveal.
I think Rare is doing something for Microsoft, but I think it's a pretty safe bet that Rare Replay is coming to Switch. Maybe not at E3, but it is coming.
Huh. Okay.
I'll probably get it.
I'll look forward to it.
Yeah. Here's another hot take. I'm going to predict that we're going to see Doug Bowser at the Microsoft E3 conference.
No.
I think he's going to show up and he's going to announce that's where they're going to announce xCloud is coming to Switch.
Doug Bowser.
I think they're going to have Nintendo's Nintendo of America's CEO.
Doug Bowser raids Microsoft's conference.
I can see the headlines now.
Because that'd be a huge headline move.
Comes down, kidnaps the CEO and leaves.
Miyamoto runs out in a Mario costume. And okay, anyway, enough of this silliness. I don't have anything to say, but
Okay, fine. I guess that was enough. All right.
All right, there we go. All right. So Jordan, what's your next expectation?
So I think they need to have a big reveal of some sort, even if it's not coming out this year. And I think it's going to be Breath of the Wild 2 for 2020. Or teased for 2020 and then delayed to 2021.
Oh, that sounds more like it.
and then 22.
Yeah.
There you go, Scott. There you go.
I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 will take as long to make as a lot of people are saying it is, because they already have most
Nintendo's power. Anyway, sorry.
they have most of like the groundwork done with Breath of the Wild. They don't need to change too much from Breath of the Wild to the next game.
They just need to put the terrain through Monolith's soft terrain generator and you're good.
Yeah. I think so Nintendo, they know that a huge portion of the Switch audience is there because of Zelda. Like Zelda was what brought people onto Switch, and then they like word of mouth spread after that point. They were the ones that were the initial people that spread the word of mouth that there's also all these other amazing games too. But I think Nintendo doesn't want people to sort of like forget about Zelda. They want it always to be at like kind of the forefront of the Switch's identity going forward. And so you tease Breath of the Wild 2 at the very end. It doesn't have to say 2020. It could just be now in development and just have like the same amount of information as we got from the first Breath of the Wild tease back in 2014.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2014. Yeah.
But this time with Link being chased by another new gigantic monster.
It'll be a bigger guardian.
Wow, but this time based off of like old Egyptian pottery instead of Japanese pottery.
Japanese pottery.
I think if they do a tease, it would be best to have Link like descending into a dungeon.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Kind of like the like cutscenes that they did in Skyward Sword whenever you entered a dungeon.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And have it just be like a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, so he's in the same Breath of the Wild getup. Maybe even have Zelda there as a companion or something.
Oh, man.
And then have the two of them descend into a dungeon. And that'd be all you need to do, and the internet would explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what pretty much everybody missed, right? You know, the dungeon exploration.
Yep.
That'd be so cool. Okay, I want that now. All right. Forget everything else I said. That's what I want.
Another possibility is Odyssey 2, just because the gap between Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2, if you were to follow that same gap, Odyssey 2 would be coming out next May.
Right, exactly. And Odyssey is the one big title game that Nintendo's released, I guess, well, between Mario and Zelda that did not get significant DLC in any shape. I guess we got Luigi's Balloon World, but honestly, how hard was that to add? So it makes perfect sense that, you know, Odyssey 2 would be coming because we didn't get that DLC, because Nintendo didn't try to like push more content into that game. I think it's a logical step.
It's entirely possible that we get Odyssey 2 and Breath of the Wild 2 in 2020, but their time slots flip.
Yeah, Odyssey first and then Breath of the Wild for the big December release. That'd be sick.
Yeah. They could have a killer 2020 year in the year that is supposed to be like the next gen launch for other systems.
That'd be great.
Anyway, Breath of the Wild 2, Odyssey 2, would love it. Skylar, why don't you tell us about your final expectation?
They're running out of Wii U ports, so Pikmin 3's next. Let's go.
We won't rest until we port everything from the Wii U.
The Wii U was a failure, boys. Jump ship. I'm just kidding.
You think they'd do Pikmin 3 before Mario 3D World?
That's a fair question. You see, Pikmin 4, I don't know. I feel like it's still out quite a ways. I don't know. Pikmin 3 is probably a good point right now to do it.
I think Pikmin 4 was Hey Pikmin.
Don't say that.
Well, there goes everyone else's hopes and dreams. We can move. I'm just kidding.
Jordan, I could feel the listeners of our podcast stop listening.
They just feel them cringe. No, actually, George, I believe you were right originally, but there's still going to be a Pikmin 4 numbered. So it's just
for the Switch too.
Yeah, it might be for the Switch too. Which is why it'd be great to have Pikmin 3 on another console. Actually, it'd be cool to have just a Pikmin trilogy and get 1, 2, and 3 all on the Switch. But
Ooh, don't tempt me.
I think it's funny that Miyamoto likes to torture the Pikmin fans, where he keeps like mentioning Pikmin at least like 10 years before the next one comes out.
So Miyamoto, thanks for having this interview with us about what it was like, developing Mario and everything. Can I just say something real quick? Sure. Pikmin. What? He said it.
Why did you say Pikmin like that, Miyamoto? Why'd you say Pikmin like that?
I don't know. Oh, they told me I can't
Because he did the same thing with Pikmin 3.
I can't say anything else.
It's very true. They did the same thing with Pikmin 3.
And now we're in the same cycle with Pikmin 4, and it's going to be like another who knows how long.
It's going to skip another console. Going to go straight to the Switch 2.
We get in the world we live in. We get a Pikmin game on the Wii U, but we don't get one on Switch.
Yeah. I just want more Pikmin. I really do. That's on my want list, is just Pikmin 4 or some port of Pikmin 3.
It says Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Pikmin 3 on your want. I'm just kidding. It's nothing but Pikmin. I'm just kidding.
Is it so wrong to just want Pikmin? Anyway, so I guess that's all of our expectations for this E3. We will keep track of this list, and we will let you know after E3 if we were right or wrong. That's always kind of a fun thing to do.
I'm probably going to be wrong. Mine were pretty
Yeah,
big ones.
I'm going to probably get 1 out of 3 on this, but hey, it'll be fine.
That's why I played it safe with Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion,
Too safe.
So... yeah, there's that. Now we can go into like a little bit more about our wants that we want from E3, what we really want Nintendo to do. For mine, we've already talked about Odyssey 2. I'd also, wouldn't mind seeing a Galaxy 3 if that's the route they decided to choose. But I also have to throw in an obligatory Mother 3 reference. We got to get that this E3, please. Please, Reggie. I mean, darn it, Reggie's gone. We can't bug him.
Which means it's more likely now than ever.
Yeah. He can't don a fire flower and wreck the crowd for asking for Mother 3. Anyway, but I also think it's about time for a new Mario Kart game. I don't know. I feel like we've had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a very long time. That didn't get any new DLC on the Switch necessarily. So I don't know. I just think that Nintendo might just be gearing up for another Mario Kart.
It'd be weird to have 2 Mario Karts competing on the same console, though.
I guess, yeah.
Well, I mean, they already have Mario Kart Mobile. That can be the new one.
No. They put that on the Switch, though. Could you imagine? You can only play 4 games a day or whatever.
You can play 4 races.
Mario Kart's one of those games where they should just keep putting more DLC into it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. That'd be nice.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind them putting more DLC into Mario Kart 8. Like, I don't think Mario Kart 8's a bad game at all. I don't know. We haven't gotten any new Mario Kart stuff in a very long time. So
It would be great to have a battle mode option where I can, have the knockout rounds. That would be nice, Nintendo. And then we could also get maybe another 8 tracks for another $12.99 DLC or something. That'd be great.
That'd be sick.
Give me some Toad colors with it too this time instead of Shy Guy.
The Shy Guy colors are pretty cool though.
I love
No, they work. No, I'm saying like bundle them with it like they did with the last one. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So anyway, those are my wants. James, why don't you let us know what you want?
So this first one I had is probably more of an expectation. I probably should have put in my expectations, but here we are. Treehouse gameplay and demo of Three Houses. So not only do I want Treehouse to actually play Three Houses, like, go through a school day, but then, go through a mission chapter and actually, fight. But I want there to be a demo on the show floor so we can get more people talking about it and if it's crap, tell us. If it's good, tell us. Like, I want to hear more opinions on it rather than just me and, all these other YouTubers just, going dissecting these analysis trailers and just, spamming all sorts of new stuff. Japan is the only one who's really talking about this. So I just want there to be more. Are we doing all my wants?
Yeah, sure.
And
go through them.
So Xenoblade Chronicles HD remake, I would love that to death. There's an image. There's an image on their website of showing like the Mechonis in a beautifully rendered HD kind of image. Not saying that's hinting at it at all. No, I'm not saying that. It's just seeing that makes me want one very much. So that would be just a dear want of mine. And we already touched on this, but I'm not expecting it, but I really want it. Is Mario Odyssey 2, and along with Zelda, of course. I would want sequels to both of those, Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey 2. But yeah, so I'm just not confident enough to say that they're gonna be there, but I so want them.
It would be great.
Yeah,
It would be pretty great.
so hype.
Jordan, what do you want?
I want Banjo and Smash. My heart is feeling a bit like I'm feeling depressed right now because Grant said, "Don't hold your breath for it." So I finally stopped holding my breath. But I really want Banjo and Smash. I feel like, honestly, I feel like you cannot say everyone is here until Banjo and Ryu Hayabusa are into the game. Those are the last two like big iconic Nintendo characters left that aren't in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice.
It's kind of odd. Yeah. So Banjo, and he could bring in with like, all the rare history. We've talked about this like a million times. Just, I think Banjo is the most like important pick for Smash Bros. My personal opinion. I would also take Ryu Hayabusa, but
yeah, I really want Banjo as well. I love Banjo.
Yeah, Banjo is for sure the most. He's like the biggest pick for sure.
Yeah,
He's the one that got away.
The one got away.
Anyway,
when will our son come home?
please come back.
Banjo on the screen. Banjo gets jiggy with it. Then I put him in. I'm just kidding.
If Banjo gets in, the other four characters can all be Jerpica characters, and I'll be fine.
Who says they all
It'll
aren't
be
right
worth
now?
it.
I mean, we got Edelgard, Erdrick, Porky, and then we'll get I don't know, some Pokemon or something. It'll be great.
Lloyd.
Get Lloyd from Tales of. Yep, perfect. It's $25 well spent. Straight up gerbs.
There you go. You got it.
So hopefully, I'm really, really hoping for Banjo, or at least some mention of Banjo at E3. I don't like his series being dead. Anyway, speaking of dead franchises, I really want a new Star Fox game to be announced just so I know it's not dead.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because Star Fox Zero, it did not do good things to the Star Fox brand. I personally liked Star Fox Zero. A lot of people hated it, but whatever.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to not have the awful controls. But
Indeed.
The core game I thought was fun. But I want a new Star Fox. I want Star Fox to come back from the grave like Metroid has and to become a big contender again in Nintendo's image. Heck, I'd even take a Star Fox Zero port with real controls.
Dang it, George, you stole mine.
All right.
It's like you read it.
You just read it right off my thing, didn't you?
Oh, sorry. I didn't see that.
Word for word. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jordan strikes again.
That's what you get for going last, Skylar. We'll take your ideas before they even get to you.
Sorry. Next time I'll run our names through a random number generator so that doesn't happen.
1d4, 1d4, 1d4. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so the other thing I really want to see is the Master Chief Collection. Now, we were talking about the Rare Replay being very likely to show up. Master Chief's been around the rumor mill for a while. I think it'd be really, really freaking sweet for Master Chief Collection to hit Switch.
Yeah.
And before people start saying, oh, they'll never put Master Chief on another console, they almost made Halo DS. It was in development and had a gameplay demo.
Interesting. I don't think I knew
that would be
that.
sweet. Mason and I have been playing a lot of the Master Chief Collection. It's a really good collection of games.
Now, it's possible we won't get the Master Chief Collection, but just like a Halo 1, that's fine. As long as I get Halo 1 and 2, like, I like the rest of the Halo series, but those are the two that I really actually care about.
I really like 3 for the multiplayer. I really like 3's multiplayer. 2's probably got the best story, and 1's just classic. So, but
I don't think 2 probably it is definite the best story. 2 is no contest who has the best story. Like, the entire story of the Halo series revolves around 2. Like, it is the pinnacle game.
it's the longest Halo ever.
It is long. It should have been 2 different games.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is.
How long are we talking about?
I don't. It's
Probably 15, 20-ish hours.
yeah. It's the longest for FPS I've played.
Yeah, for an FPS, it's long. For Jerpica, it's not that long, but
JRPG in the corner.
you feel exhausted by the time you get to the end of Halo 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to break it up in like 2 or 3 sessions. Because it was
they're
so
much
long.
more intense, so makes sense.
Master Chief Collection, I don't know. Even if we get Master Chief Collection, it's possible they won't put on Halo Reach, and that'll just be for the Xbox and PC, which, by the way, I'm glad they're bringing Halo Reach over, but it's kind of weird for their naming convention being the Master Chief Collection, and that has Reach in it.
They already have ODST, so why not?
They do?
Yeah, ODST's in there too.
These games have nothing to do with Master Chief.
Well, yeah, but you got one. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 ODST, and then they're bringing Reach. So,
Yeah,
I'm
I
fine
think
with
they'd
it.
have to break it up just because the game cartridge would have a hard time holding all these.
Oh yeah, they'd have to like.
It has a hard time holding all the Mega Man games. It's gonna have a hard time holding all the Halo
No,
games.
that they does not. They're just being lazy. Capcom's just being straight up lazy. You could totally fit that all on one cartridge. It goes up to.
It's also possible that Microsoft might do something janky with the xCloud where Master Chief Collection and Rare Replay are only available through that on the Switch.
Yeah, the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It'd be cool if you could stream it to the Switch, because then you'd still get the quality and stuff. But
Well, I would like to be able to download it.
yeah,
I don't.
that's fair too. But that's why I have an Xbox One, is so I have it all right there.
I don't want latency with Halo.
No, that would be really bad. But yeah, and Mason's been playing a lot of Halo 5. I didn't get into Halo 5, but he really likes it. So
I still haven't played Halo 5.
it's good as a single player game, kind of. It was meant. I wish it was multiplayer though, but you have to have so much to get multiplayer to work. 2 separate internet connections, 2 Xboxes, 2 copies of the game. It's a lot to get going. Supposedly, you could do it up to 4 people, but I've never seen anybody. I personally get 4 people involved. So,
All right, so Skylar, what are your wants for E3?
the same want I have every year. I want another F-Zero game.
Every year.
Stop making.
One year you'll be right.
Stop making Captain Falcon a Smash character and give him back his series, or at least put him in Mario Kart. You jerks! You take his courses, you'll take his cars, but you won't take him. It's not right. Instead,
He's too intense.
instead he's too intense. You put Link in, and you put
I don't know.
freaking.
Are we now at more Captain Falcon appearances in Smash than F-Zero?
Actually, we are finally at that point where Captain Falcon is a Smash character. This is ridiculous. It's just, guys, if you're going to go through all this effort, like I said, you're aping his cars, you're aping his courses in Mario Kart, and you stole the whole reason why Mario Kart exists, which is zero gravity. So you might as well put him in the game. It's just ridiculous by this point.
Well, they also added a new mode where it's even faster, right?
Exactly. It's 200cc, which feels like F-Zero. Because there's no way you could turn corners that well in F-Zero. But anyway, without some serious timing. But it's to this point, it's just kind of getting ridiculous. Either put Captain Falcon in Mario Kart and just tell us his series is straight up dead, or just give us something new, please. That would be nice.
We'll get Star Fox Grand Prix with Captain Falcon as a cameo in the background.
Fox's dad is already in the F-Zero universe.
Yes.
And
so Captain Falcon will be in Star Fox.
Technically, they're
as a furry.
They're in the same universe. that's it.
Yeah, but like kind of, because James McCloud is a human in his universe.
Yes, but also Falco. Was it he in Star Fox Command? He races in the G0 races.
Oh, so wait, what happened to James McCloud then? How did he change species?
I don't know. Maybe he found some like weird warp tunnel. Just check out Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You'll find out.
Wonders, baby.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where he goes so fast that you can change into a different creature entirely. Just kind of how that happened, I guess. Mm-hmm. But they're both cross over quite frequently between the two series, which it would be nice. I don't know. I just want another F-Zero game. We already talked about Star Fox Zero with real controls, and then I would like a real Paper Mario game. I'm kind of getting sick of this stale formula of Sticker Star. I just want another Paper Mario game. Jordan was showing us the other day a video of gameplay of a Paper Mario clone. What was it called? Like a Bug's Tale or something?
Yeah.
It looks really good, and I really want it. Every time I look, I've watched the trailer like 3 or 4 times now. I'm just like, I just want this again.
Oh, it's actually called Bug Fables.
Bug Fables, thank you. Yeah, that's it. I watched the trailer like 3 or 4 times. And I'm just like, I really want this. I need this again. Like, I like having the combat, like the turn-based Paper Mario combat, where you take turns, you can block, you have partners. I love that, and we haven't had it in so long. That I was like, someone's gonna have to do it eventually. Someone's gonna have to put it together, and then that happened. So I was like, yeah. I mean, if Nintendo's not gonna do their job, I'm just kidding. I guess someone else will have to do it for them, and then I will pay them the money. But yeah,
I thought it was funny that everyone was talking about how like they're excited because it's a Paper Mario ripoff, and I'm like, ooh, a game about bugs.
I know. I was like, when you posted, I'm like, the only reason George ever would post this is because it has bugs in it. That's like literally the first thing that popped to my mind. But it's like, but it looks really good is the thing. It looks like a really fun game.
Don't hate me. I think the gameplay and the humor and everything looks great. I'm not a fan of bugs. So, I know. It's just not pleasing to my eye.
You even went to
so
like
cool.
The gameplay looks really good.
But James, you were in Japan. How could you hate bugs?
I mean, when a cockroach just flies in your face, it kind of just puts you off. No, I mean, it's not. I don't actually hate bugs. It's not the most pleasing aesthetic in my eye. But at the same time, there's a lot of charm put into that trailer, and the gameplay looks really good. And so I wish that Nintendo was doing a real Paper Mario game as well. But if we're not going to get that, then I guess this is the next best thing.
Yep. It's kind of like how I'm living through my F-Zero phase with Need for Speed, with Fast Neo Racing. They even got the same announcer. So I don't know. It's just kind of how it's been working. And how a lot of other fans have been going through Undertale. I'm just kidding.
Well, there was that fan project of making Mother 4 that they said they're rebranding it.
Ooh,
so maybe we'll get a new Mother game.
That'd be cool. Make it with the N64 graphics.
No.
Hey, a new video
real quick.
was actually released showing some of the beta footage for that today. It's pretty cool. It's like a whole 4 seconds long.
Wow.
It's a piece of history.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, I guess that will cover our E3, or I guess our pre-E3 excitement and expectations. Again, we will follow up on this episode once E3 is done and over with. So be sure to look forward to that. Thanks again for listening to the episode. Be sure to check out the episode description for links to our social media posts and our Discord server and all that stuff.
Also, I wanted to shout out to our lovely patrons. Thanks for your continued support.
Visit our website at nintendcity.com.
Don't forget to check out the YouTube page, channel, whatever you want to call it. We actually just published a 2,000 subscribers special, Best of Nintendo City. Hooray! And It
was pretty funny.
Look forward to that.
Anyway, thanks again for tuning in to the Virtual Boys podcast. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye, you good people.